In this video, I want to share 6 of the biggest legal steps that I had to take when I was starting my fishing charter business so that you don't have to spend years learning by trial and error like I had to do. Now, if you don't know, my name's Nate. I own a fishing charter company called Michigan Honey Hole Fishing Charters, and I also own Captain Skool, which is where I've helped dozens of people grow their own fishing charter businesses. Now, we're going to get right into the steps, but first, oh man, it's kind of windy. Sorry if there's any wind noise or anything, but this is not legal advice. I'm not a lawyer or any legal professional or anything like that, so let me get that big huge disclaimer out there. I'm just a fishing guide who had to experience this stuff for myself, and I didn't see another video on YouTube about it, so I'm making it for you. Now, step 1 is picking your name, and obviously you want to pick a name that somebody else doesn't already have, because you could get confused with them, they could make you change it, all of this stuff. But you also want to pick your name so that you can get found. So picking your name is more than just being legal. It actually helps you rank in searches down the road when people are looking you up. So then step 2 is starting your LLC to separate you from the business. And that's pretty simple. But what got me was step 3, which was having a business bank account to separate your personal expenses and personal income from your business expenses and business income. This took me a little while to do until I ended up hearing enough about it that I'm like, oh, okay, I should probably do that. But that's definitely a must, I feel like. Now I'm doing it because I realized I'm like, oh, if I'm running the business on my personal account, like that leaves me liable for like all my personal stuff, at least from the way that I've heard it. So definitely want to separate that. Then step 4, if you haven't already, definitely going to want to get your captain's license. If you're taking passengers for hire out on a boat and out on the water, you're going to need that. And step 5 is having a contract. And I was pretty good with having this right off the bat, but the thing is at first it was so like clunky, like people had to actually like physically sign it, and it just kind of seemed like they were signing their life away when they were getting on the boat. So now luckily my software accommodates it so that they can just, check a box when they're booking the trip, and it's super easy. But you have to have a contract to release you of the liability and the risks of them coming out on the water with you, because obviously, anything could happen. I've never had an accident yet. Well, I have had accidents, but nothing that anyone's tried to like sue me over, luckily. So anyways, yeah, you definitely want to have a contract in place. Now, the last thing in step 6 that I'm going to talk about in this video is you want to have insurance, because for one, it's probably a legal requirement, and for 2, you'd be kind of dumb not to have insurance. I'm not going to get into like the whole how much policy you should have and stuff like that, but that was just a step that I had to take, and I figured that I would put it in this video. So yeah, those are the 6 steps. I'm not by any means saying that those are the only 6 steps. Those are just the 6 biggest steps that came to mind for me in my journey and all the things I had to do to get legal.